To a friendly under the lights, we seem to enjoy those nights.
It's been good to us. They've been good to us so far, and we need them to be good to us again. It's getting times where we have to win games. Simple as that. There's no messing about. When last week when we played pretty well first half, but I don't think we deserved to be down, but we found ourselves a goal down. So we just need to get a turning point and give ourselves a platform, a foundation to go and kick on and get 3 points. I'm desperate. The players are desperate, but the mood's still good. I've been in dressing rooms where you really wonder and you worry, but no with this dressing room, no.
Sean was saying before you come up, it's just been getting that winning. Obviously, you say getting the foundations and a platform to work on, but is it sort of time now you'll just take any win that can be a goal?
Yes,
backside, as long as it goes in.
Stevie, absolutely. I think something like that will just give us that wee edge again, and that's what we're looking for. Sometimes you get mixed up with how it actually is at the club, and you think, they're not in a good place. They're not going to beat anybody. They're struggling to win games. Yeah, it does look like that at times, but I think we've had our fair share of games and we've just not capitalised. I mean, we've been winning at Dunfermline 1-0 up. We've been winning against Queen of the South. There have been games where we're looking like taking all 3 points, but because of the way things have been going, we've ended up dropping points. We need to change that. We know that. The boys know that. I know that, and looking forward to tomorrow. Really am.
And then a few boys missed out last week. Any update on the boys that didn't play?
Yeah, there've been a few back in the squad training, but it's still touch and go. They've not had much game time, so hopefully we can get them on the pitch, but there's a few where we're going to have to leave it again and judge how long they can play, or maybe even start them. So we'll see where they are, but yeah, we'll get a good squad to pick from. Yes.
It was obviously, Billy, for the goal in the last game. It was just a mistake, wasn't it? The man was left unmarked at the corner. These wee things, you just need to iron them out. And
I think that will help us get a win, Alistair.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. Where you're looking to build things, and it's within games. It's not just build confidence. It's within games. If you can just get a goal, or making sure when you have your good spell that we had, you make sure you don't lose one. And it was another mistake, and it could see it flattened the boys a wee bit. And the second goal could have been better defended as well. So we have to defend better as much as we want to chase goals. But you can see we're still having good chunks of games. And the dressing room is, this is not a dressing room that is gone. This is a dressing room that is desperate to do well, and the boys have been great again this week, but they have to start showing me they're capable of winning games again.
Do you need a wee bit of anger from them as well, just about the situation they find themselves, a wee bit of...
You use all the key words, don't you? Aggression, determination, maybe anger's one of them at times, not to lose goals, but I think determination and aggression to keep the ball out the net, and a kind of aggression and determination to get on the end of one. So I've been relaying that to them, and hopefully they can take it upon themselves to go and do that. But it's a big game, looking forward to it, as I say, and the boys are up for it.
Billy, as a group, and particularly for maybe some of the more inexperienced players, can a run a difficult period like this actually be the making of a team, just in terms of learning to deal with the mental side of what's required and turning it around?
Yeah, learning, but you can learn, but this is not a time for learning. This is a time for making sure that you can handle it and stay in the title hunt and get yourself back, solidifying that playoff place and getting yourself back in title contention. That's what we need to do. We can't go along and keep learning every week just now, and then what your aspirations are or what you're looking for are gone. So we need to do it now. There's a lot of inexperience out there, as I said, but there's plenty of experience to make sure the boys know their jobs, and that's part of my job. I've been through it like chorus and verse this week, so and the other weeks. Well, but listen, this is a group that know their jobs. They've underperformed a wee bit, whether it's a wee bit of confidence, but I know the dressing room down there and the spirit that's in there. If we get something going in soon, we'll be fine.
What sort of challenge are you expecting from Hamilton? They've been a difficult side for you this season, but both very close games as well.
They were. Down there, they got a good early start and we fought back, and then up here, Big Shane had a chance to make it 2-0 and the game would have been done, and they got the part and scored 2 late on. So that's the way it's gone. But when we play well, it showed in the last game, especially in the second half when we had a really good spell that we could have gone 2 up, that we are more than capable of beating Hamilton, but we have to be at it, and we say that every week, but it's true. So we're going down there tomorrow night, and we know if everybody's on their A game, we're more than capable of getting a result, but it can go the other way as well. So we've got to make sure we're at it. We've got to make sure we're competitive, aggressive, determined, as I said, and maybe a bit angry to go and beat them.
I was just going to ask how important going into the weekend that you get the victory to sort of lay down a marker to the teams above you that you are still title contenders and you are still in that race.
I agree with you, Stephanie. We've got to do it now. We've done all the talking. We can, when you're on this sort of run, and it's no 9 straight defeats, but it's 4 defeats and 5 draws. It's 9 games without a win. That's the way it is. You've just got to take it in the chin. When you're on this sort of run, you have to act now. You have to do it now and make sure you win the game, because that does send out the message. But it doesn't also send out the message. It gets my team where I know they can go to, confidence-wise, get that wee edge back, and that's what we're hoping to do to kick us on. So it's only a win that's going to do that.
And have you done anything different in the build-up to this game or recently to kind of turn that around? Because obviously, as you mentioned about confidence, teams just seem to get into this rut. We've seen it with St Johnstone, but it just takes one little thing and then things can flip. You've
got to believe in the work you do, but you're always trying to find an edge. So yeah, we've been working on a couple of different things, but that's your routine week to week. Just can't change because you're on a bad run. You've got to tweak some things. You've got to try some things to make it different. But the boys enjoy the training. It's very intense. But then you've got to throw different things in, and I've looked at every game this season after it, watched it back, and you see where things can be a little bit better, where you maybe have seen it during the game. You see most things, but there's things that you say, right, okay, we can get better at that. So I've been working on a few wee things, tweaking it, but I think anybody that's seen Inverness this year, especially at their best, when we had our full quota of players, saw how good a team we are, and that's what I'm looking to get back to.
Billy, you're looking not only to stop a run of not winning, but to the extent it looks that you could be always running out of games to make the turn of the ship significant, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Whether it's a bit of confidence, which you do when you don't win games, you just lose that little edge. It's up to me to get it back. The buck stops with me. That's what I've been working on. But I'm not going to come in here and start laying down the law, because players can go the other way in terms of that edge you're looking for and that confidence you're looking for. If you start hammering them, I think it's pick them up and you go again, and you make sure they know that, look, that never happened in that game, this has to happen now. But it's all about making sure we get that win. The only thing that can get you going is getting 3 points on board. You can play poorly and win. I would take that right now. I would love to play well, and I know if we do, we are more than capable of winning the game. But we need to do it now to give ourselves that edge back and to give ourselves that platform back we're talking about.
The vibe coming out of the club and the team seems to be very, very positive, rather than people begin to lose tempers with each other.
Yeah, I wish I could put the 5 in there and just let you see for yourself. Managers sometimes, when things are not going well, can hide things. There's nothing to hide here. There's nothing. It's a brilliant dressing room that just needs picked up again and put on the right path to go and get wins. But they've got to do it themselves. It's got to come from within to go and get that win. I've got to do my bit, and then if we get that win, you'll see us go again.